cents. So you're ready. You're ready. And there's a bunch of 95s and 90s. You guys are in good shape. Most of you are in really good shape. So, right, let's do some. The real thing will be very, very similar. 25 questions, be the same amount of the same. It won't be verbatim, but it'll be real similar. So, okay, so here we go. So, question number 1. So, what do? You just turn that thing around, right? So, just turn it around like that. Turning the symbol and everything. They just want you to put X on the left. So, that is D. Done. Question number 2. Stop me if you want to talk more about it. I'm going to try to whip through them all, but you slow me down when you need more information. Number 2, calculator, right? Just use your calculator on number 2. Negative 9 divided by 16. Is it C? Okay. Number 3. Well, yeah, good question. When a negative is on a fraction, remember, it's only on one, it's not on both. Because both would be positive, huh? You know what I mean? When we have a negative on a fraction, if we thought it was on both, that can't be because 2 negatives would be positive, actually. Yeah, so the deal is when it comes to a negative on a fraction, you can put it in the front only, you can put it in the top only, or you can put it in the bottom only, but you can't put it on both. Does that make sense? So just one negative, doesn't matter where it's at, but you can't do 2 negatives because that'd be positive. Yeah, good question. All right, so number 3. Number 3, factor. Now, you might be a little rusty. What do they even mean? But you can tell the multiple choice helps out here, huh? Basically, which of those would multiply to go back to this? Like, for example, would A do that? 6 times 2 would be 12. No, that wouldn't be 2. That's not right. Right, what about number B? 2 times M, yeah, that works. 2 times 6, that'd be 12. It's supposed to go back to 6. No. So it's not B. How about C? 2 times M, yeah, 2M. 2 times 3N, yeah, 6N. 2 times 7, yeah, 14. C it is. You just check by multiplying like that, right? Factoring is just reverse multiplying, remember? So we good with that one? Feel free to slow me down. Number 4 is equation solving. How do you solve for X? Divide both sides by the identical twin. Same sign, same everything. 2 negatives, positive 8. Which is not there. That's disturbing, huh? Did it disturb you? Some of you were obviously not disturbed. It's just none of the above. Now, you've noticed on this thing, I do go for none of the above sometime, right? In fact, I usually try to give them about their fair share. What's their fair share? Well, they're 1 out of 5 options. So 45 questions, 1/5 of them should be E's, about. So that'd be a lot, wouldn't it? That'd be 9. I didn't make 9 E's, did I? So they're getting less than their fair share. There might be 5, 6, 7 E's. There's going to be a few. There will be a few on the real exam. So don't be overly disturbed. It is E, none of the above sometimes. You don't want to get like 15 of them. You know, that'd be a problem. Something's going wrong there. All right, we good? First 4. Let's go to number 5. Sum. It marks it correct. So number 5. I don't have room. I'm going to bring it down here. So 1/4. Oh, that's the quiz question. I don't need to do that. That's the quiz question. Well, it's off the board now. We did that. Remember the quiz question? Here, I'll just do it again really quick. That was this morning's quiz question. Denominator, fractions, what do you always do? Multiply through. And I'm only doing the top. That's the hitman, kills denominators. Cancel. What do you got? A minus 1 is minus 12. No more fractions. Take them out. Add 1 to both sides. A is minus 11. Why did I write that? I said minus 11. I didn't write minus 11. Minus 11. Good on that? Questions on that one? Number 6. Come up here to number 6. Number 6 is just work them out in your calculator, right? 9 minus 5 squared is 25. The bottom 7 squared is 49. 3 squared is 9. What's that? Minus 16 over 58. Reduce that thing. Divided by 2, top and bottom, minus 8 29ths. B. Good there? So far, so good.
Wait, you said what? You said B?
Isn't it B on 6?
Damn, mark it on me. I got it right. I got D.
Oh, is my little thing wrong? So what's the answer on 6? I got it right here. I got my key. I can look. 6, yes, says B on mine. Yeah, so 6 says B. Is that what you guys are getting? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so 6 should be B.
It didn't mark it wrong.
It didn't mark it wrong. Can I see it real quick? So 6. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. It did it. You got away with one. It's weird. The Scantron machine messed up. Yeah, wow. All right. So hopefully that'll happen on the real exam too. All right. Let's keep moving. It's funny. I don't think I've ever seen that before. All right. Number 7. Negative 6.8 minus negative 7.9 minus negative 19.3. What's the deal on that one? What do we got to do first? Yeah, the double negative thing, switch the signs, right? I mean, all good. That's really what they're testing on this one, right? These two minuses become plus. These two minus plus. So it really becomes minus 6.8 plus 7.9 plus 19.3, huh? Two negatives head-to-head become positive, and then just hit the buttons on your calculator, you know. You get the answer, whatever. What is the answer? It says it's A, so it's 20.4, I guess. Good on that one? I'll move along if you're okay. Okay, 8's weird because they wrote the answer weird. So here we go. F equals 9/5 C plus 32. We're supposed to solve? Here's the wall. We're supposed to solve for C. And so what are we going to do? We got a denominator, huh? Same old thing. What do you do when you got a denominator? Kill it. Multiply everybody by that denominator. Just the top. Oops, come on. Like that. And it cancels right there, huh? Good so far? Good. Okay, keep going. 5F is 9C, and this would be 160. Good to there? So we got rid of the fractions. That's always step one. When you've got denominators, get them out of there, right? So now we're solving for C. So here's the ball, so to speak. C said, I want to be alone. So what do we do next to get C alone? Let's do the adding and subtracting first. Yeah, subtract the 160. We'll save the dividing for the end there. And so then we get 5F minus 160 is 9C. Last step to get C alone. Divide by 9, divide by 9. Now, you look and you go, well, it's not there. It's none of the above. Well, careful. This is why this is the hardest problem on the test. They've written it in a different format. It's a different way to say the same thing. They're being tricky. Well, then how do you do this? Well, what you do is you just work out each of the answers, that's a long and slow process, to see which one is the same as this. Well, how do we do that? Let's take A, for example. So let's look at option A. It says C equals 5/9 parentheses F minus 32. Is that the same as my answer? Yeah, let me show you why. If that 5/9 is distributed, right, anything in front of it, I'm just going to work out option A and see if it comes out the same. It will. 5/9 F minus 5/9 times 32. Good so far? Now, what is that? That's 5/9 F. Now, how do you do 5/9 times 32? Well, 32 is over 1. Right, any whole numbers over 1. So 5 times 32 is 160 over 9. See how they're both over 9? That's the same thing as just one big bar with a 9. It's both a 5F and it's a 160 over 9. It's the same thing. If you're wondering, like, well, yeah, but that F's in the front, and Mr. N, you have an F up here on the top, same thing. Remember, being alone is being over 1. To be alone is to be up top. You're over 1. It's the same thing.
Did you make this?
I get these off the publisher's website.
I don't like that question.
Don't like that question?
Because I got the same answers as you did, but then I didn't.
Didn't know it was A.
I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know if they wanted the equation or they wanted the answer to simplify it, which is 5 minus 1.
Yeah.
That's simplified out, but then I didn't know if they wanted another equation.
Right.
So solve and make the equation. Maybe we should change it. Should change the question.
Well, I mean, if it was unfair, I totally would. But it is technically fair. I remove, and over time I have removed unfair questions. But this one is technically fair. That's part of the trick in learning any language. You learn Chinese, for example. You've got to learn the different ways somebody says the same thing. That's part of what it means to learn a language, is the different ways to say the same thing. See, this is a different way to say the same thing as this. Now, this is the hardest one. There's only one like this.
Yeah.
But this does push, like, how well are you really learning this language? Do you realize this is the same as this? That's part of the trick. Does that make sense how to do this? So if you get something like this, you're not sure, just try working out the options, distributing that 5/9, and you go, oh, it is the same. It's a different way to say the same thing on that. The others are not. If you worked out B, C, or D, they're different. They'll come out different. They won't be the same as this. Does that make everybody see how it is the same in the end? Do you see that? When you distribute that 5/9, it's 5/9 F minus 5/9 times 32. So the 5 goes to the top. That's 160. They're both over a 9. It's 5F minus 160, both over 9. 5F minus 160, both over 9. It's the same thing. All right, so that's the hard one. So watch out for that one. That one could. Okay, so on this one, yes, a good one. X equals W plus Y plus Z all over 5. Okay, so what do we do here? We've got fractions. What does that always mean? Multiply, right? You guys get really, really comfortable with that, I hope? Whenever you've got fractions, first thing you do is multiply both sides and boom. Isn't that what we always do? Whenever we have denominators, just multiply both sides of the equal sign by that denominator. And so what do we get? 5x equals W plus Y plus Z. Good so far? Now is where you got to keep your eye on the ball. What's the ball? Who are we trying to solve for here? Y, right? So here's the Y. What do we got to do to get that Y alone? Yeah, you've got to subtract the W and subtract the Z, huh? Subtract them both. Gonzo, gonzo. Is that good? Y equals 5x minus W minus Z. We good there? So whatever answer that is, it's just A, isn't it? Unless I'm missing something. 9A, yeah. Good on that one? That okay? Just multiply by that denominator on both sides. All right, I'll keep moving. Let me know if there's a particular one. I think I might be able to get through them all. But slow me down if there's more you want to talk about. Is that one okay? Any further questions on that one? Okay, or how about was that one number 8? One more time on number 8. Any other questions I can answer on number 8? Does that make sense now? How A is really the right answer? All right, let's keep going. And now we're on number 10. Bring number 10 up here. And it's minus 9b plus 1 plus 7b equals minus 3b plus 6. All right, so we're supposed to solve for b. What should we do first? Yeah, got the minus 9b and the plus 7b on the same side. They just add, subtract together, letters on the same side. So it'd be minus 2b. Now we got b's on opposite sides. What do we always do about that? Letters on opposite sides? Yeah, get rid of one of them, right? Just get rid of them. Doesn't matter which one. Just get one of them out of there by doing the opposite, huh? So like you could go plus 3b, because that'll get rid of that one. Or you could do plus 2b, because that would have got rid of the left one. Just do the opposite of somebody. Get rid of one of them. It doesn't really matter which one. So what does this make right here? Minus 3b plus 2b? Yeah, plus 1b, or just b, really, huh? Bring down the 6. We good to there? Last step to get the b alone, subtract 1. So 1b, or just b, equals 5. So b is, oh, there's no 5. It's disturbing, isn't it? None of the above. There we go. But you guys have great confidence, right? 5 is the answer. Is that good? Questions on that one? Good. I'm going to move on if you're okay with that. All right. This will be on YouTube later. Put it up there. Right after class. All right. So number 11. Bring it up here. Number 11. Which is minus 8x minus 6 equals 58? Yeah. Okay, x is in, I want to be alone. So what's my first step? Add the 6. Like that. So those are gone. Minus 8x is, what's that, 64. Last step to get x alone is always divide. Divide by the identical twin. Same sign, same everything. Right here, by the way, I see this mistake a lot. Students will think they put the x there too. No, we don't divide by the minus 8x. Why not? Because I just want rid of the minus 8. I don't want the 8. That would make the x go away. Like, hey, it's gone. No, that's not what I want. Right, I want the x to stay there, don't I? Remember what we're doing? We want the x to remain. All we're trying to get rid of is the minus 8. So just divide by the minus 8, not the x, right? Right, that's different than like right here. Because you might go, well, sometimes we do that. Yeah, we do that here. Like, for example, we added 3b, not just 3, but 3b. Why? Because I wanted rid of the whole minus 3b, not just the minus 3. So always be clear, what is it I'm doing right now? I'm trying to get rid of the entire minus 3b on this previous problem number 10, right? So I do the opposite of the whole thing. I'm not just trying to get rid of the number. I want rid of the entire thing, so I do the whole thing, opposite sign, right? But on this one, the last step, dividing, I'm just trying to get rid of the minus 8, not the x. So x equals, and then that is minus, this is minus 8, isn't it? Good there. All is well. All right. I'll keep going. Okay, so number 12. So let's try that. So 5x minus, parenthesis, 4x minus 1 equals 2. There's the wall. Minus in front of parentheses. Distribute. 5x minus 4x plus 1. We good right there? Minus 4x plus 1. And then 5x minus 4x is 1x, or just x. At this point, x is in, I won't be alone. Subtract 1 from both sides. These are gone. Bring this down. 1x is x equals 1. X equals 1. Boom. Done. Good? Questions on that? All right, I'm going to move ahead then to the next one. Number 13. What do we got? 6x minus 2. Whoops, that's not right. 6x minus 2y plus 5 minus 2, parenthesis, minus 6x plus 2y minus 5. Okay. So the first parenthesis has nothing in front. Dry floodgate, right? Just drop those walls, nothing changes, no big deal. But the second parenthesis has this minus 2 in front. So when I drop the walls on the second parenthesis, the minus 2 distributes. So what do we got? Plus 12x, negative times negative. And then negative times positive, minus 4y. And then negative times negative, plus 10. We okay there? Then gather like terms, right? 6x and 12x is 18x. Minus 2y minus 4y is minus 6y. 5 and 10, 15, done. Was that B? 13B? Yeah. Good on that one. Well, straight ahead. All right, we're a little more than halfway. We're on track. Okay. Let's keep going. Number 14, if that's okay. So 14 minus, I have, this one's a little tricky. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have done a thing which would have told me which ones y'all missed most, and I would know which ones to really focus on. But you tell me if there's something particular you want to see. All right, so how do we solve for x here? What do we do to solve for x? Do what's that? You can. That'd work. Divide by negative half. That'd work fine. Or you could just multiply by the upside down. That's probably the quickest thing to do. Is, when you have like a fraction in front of x, you can just multiply by the reciprocal, it's called, the upside down on both sides. And that'll get, because the goal is to get x alone, right? X won't be alone. So we could do that. So multiply both sides by minus 2 over 1. So now why minus? Because I want it to be a positive x, right? Two negatives will make positive or normal x. Right? If I didn't put that other negative, I'd just have one negative and I'd have negative x. I don't want that. I want x alone. positive x, regular, normal x. So do that, okay, and then what happens? Well, you get a bunch of canceling. The 2's cancel, the 1's cancel, and we just get x, huh? That's perfect. That gets x alone in one step. What happens over here? Well, can we cross-cancel anything? Does 6 and 1 or 2 and 7? No. So then you just go straight and straight. So that's what? 12, 7 is negative, huh? Because one of them is negative. Negative 12 sevenths. One step. Multiply by the upside down. The reciprocal. Is that good? Questions on that one? Are you okay? All right. All right, number 15. So let's try number 15. So m plus 3/4 is, come on, 7/8. Okay, so there's the wall. M is saying I want to be alone. What should we do to get m alone? Well, there's actually a few things you could do. You could do the multiply through by denominator thing, 8. You could do that, but actually, it'd be a little quicker to just subtract the 3/4 from both sides. I don't know what you did. Both those ways are fine. They'll eventually work. Both of them will give you the right answer. I'm just going to do the minus 3/4 from both sides because it's just one step that way. It's kind of a messy step, but at least it's just one step to get m alone. Does that make sense what I'm doing? So that'll get this to go away. M will be alone. Now, how do I do that right side? How do I do 7/8 minus 3/4? Got to get a common. So this is a time when I'm going to do top and bottom. Because why? Because I'm looking to make denominators the same, not kill denominators, right? See the difference? So I'm doing top and bottom. So that would be what? Minus 6/8. And the other one is 7/8. 7/8 minus 6/8, 1/8. Is it not there? Is it none of the above? It's disturbing. Yep, it's none of the above. 1/8 should be the answer. So you might have got lucky. You might have got something other than 1/8 and still got the none of the above. Sometimes you get lucky with multiple choice. That's nice. Sometimes you almost get the right answer one step away, and then you get 0 credit. So, multiple choice kind of gives and takes. Anyway, questions on that one? Is that good? That okay? All right, I'll keep moving. Where are we at? Number 16. 16 says 26 is m minus 30. M said I won't be alone, so you know what we do. Add the 30, huh? So what is that? 56 is m? C. Next, number 17. So how do you multiply two fractions? You cross cancel, right? So minus 16/15 times, was that 5/8? So you cross cancel. You say 5 goes into 15 3 times, 8 goes into 16 2 times. Answer is minus 2/3. D. So far so good. You can use calculator on the test. Okay, 18 can be a little tricky. Right down here, 18. So we've got 3/7 parenthesis, a minus b plus 7. Okay. Now what do you do with anything in front of parentheses? Going to distribute, right? So that 3/7 will go boom, boom, boom. So you'll get 3/7 a minus 3/7 b plus 3/7 times 7. You okay there so far? All right, I just took that 3/7, right? So it's like I distributed the practice exam. We're distributing the 3/7. Everybody gets one, right? 3/7, 3/7, 3/7. Everybody gets one, distributing. All right, now, the 3/7 A, 3/7 B, they're done. But what is 3/7 times 7? What happens there? Yeah, it's a 7/1, so these guys cancel, don't they? It's just 3. Right, you with me? So the answer then is 3/7 A minus 3/7 B plus 1. 3. Yeah, I'm thinking, where's the 1? I don't see the 1. I was looking over there. Is it none of the above again? 3/7, it's D, right? Yeah. D on 18, right? Good? Yeah, so don't grab none of the above too quick. I was about to grab none of the above. Double check. Double check. Questions? Good? Okay, 19. So what are we doing here? Double negatives head to head, right? So let me write it here. Minus 3/4 minus 5/8. So this double negative thing again, you know all about it. These two negatives become add. So the problem really becomes minus 3/4 plus 5/8, right? The double negative is add. Okay, now how do you add those? You can use calculator. Some of your calculators just do the whole thing. It's fine. Common denominator. Now, is there an equal sign here? No. So I'm not thinking left, right. What am I thinking? What's the only other way we can balance things? It's either left, right, or it's top, bottom. So this is where you'll do top and bottom. You guys see the difference? Do you see that? When there's an equals, those other ones, equals, just do left, right. Don't do top, bottom. But when there's not an equals, you do top, bottom. In math, we're always keeping the balance, right? We can't change things. We can only do legal operations, which means keep the balance. Top, bottom, or left, right. If there's an equal sign, you got left, right. If there's not an equal sign, you got to do top, bottom. So what do you get? Minus 6/8 plus 5/8, which is minus 1/8. Hopefully it's there. Yeah, B. Good there? Happy about that one? 20, that's easy. X increased by 4. Well, there it is. Increase means add. Good? All right. How about 21? Monica and her money. Monica had $31 before spending X. So it's A. She had 31, subtract X. She spent X, right? Does that make sense? When you spend X, that's subtracted from your money. 31 minus X. 22. Minus 13, 11. Divided. Isn't that divide? It's hard to see. Could you tell that on the exam? So that's gonna flip, right? Flip it. So it's times minus 5/2. Just give that one on the right a flip and change to times, huh? Good. That's what we always do, right? With divide. Divide becomes times. We change to multiply. And now, what is that going to become? Does anything cross cancel? Can 2 go into 13 or 5 into 11? No. So then you just go straight. Straight, top, top, straight, bottom, bottom. 2 negatives, positive. 5 times 13, 65. 2 times 11, 22. Done. Where is that there? 65 over 22. B. No, positive, because 2 negatives make positive. Is that good? Couple more. Okay if I flash off that one? Okay, so 23, that's just calculator, huh? Is that a 4.5? Yeah. So 4.5 divided by 0.09, use your calculator. I don't know. It's 50? Yeah. What it is? Okay, thanks. 24. Calculator, that's calculator. That's -1. That's A again, isn't it? Yeah. Calculator. And 25. Let's finish with that one. Minus 1/8. I'm going to take off those parentheses. They're not doing anything. First off, is it going to be positive or negative? Positive. Yeah, it's got 2 minus signs. So even before I've done anything, I think, no way B and Z. Right? They're negative answers. No way B and C. It's either A, D, or E. So now, how do you handle multiplying fractions? Do I have to get common denominators? No. That's only adding, subtracting fractions that require common denominators. I just cross cancel, huh? 4 into 8 2 times. That's it. Multiply what's left over. It's 1 on the top, 2 times 3 times 9 on the bottom. 54. 154. Answer's A. All right. There it is. We whipped through that thing quickly. Good. All right. So the homework due tomorrow is 2-3, 2-4, 2-5. We'll begin tomorrow with lecturing on new stuff. I'll move forward in Chapter 2, do a bunch more equation stuff. Last hour, we'll take our test. Last hour, so that'll be 12:30 to 1:30. We'll take exam number 1. That way, whenever you finish, you can just take off. You don't have to wait around to come back for lecture and all that. We'll just always do tests at the end. When you're done, if you finish early, you can just take off.
Is there certain notes or anything we can use?
Oh yeah, 3x5 card. Yeah, so you get a 3x5 card. So put anything in it. You can just cut out a piece of paper if you want. 3x5. You don't have any cards. Doesn't matter to me. Anything about that size, 3x5. Write whatever you want on both sides of it. You know, whatever notes are helpful to you. Whole problem examples if you want. Whatever you want. Both sides 3x5 card. You can have that with you in the exam. Calculator, not cell phone. Right? No cell phones. But calculator and you need a Scantron. All right, hang out if you got a question. Oh, clicker. I'm supposed to click. What am I doing? Let's do our closing click here. And remind me, I'll forget. Let's do that. So back to polling, 10:30, A. I don't have the thing plugged in. It's not open yet. There, it's open now. Click A for Apple.